don't bring blacks to my game.
Remember Donald Sterling?
Oh, yeah.
That was like 9 or 10 years ago. I was talking about.
Quaint compared to what's happening these days.
Yes, that's right. That kind of thing, you'd be forced to sell your NBA team. He was the owner of the LA Clippers, and they forced him after his girlfriend released audio of him talking about how he didn't like her bringing blacks to his games and all that kind of stuff. He sold the team to who? Steve Ballmer?
Steve Ballmer. Toilets.
Toilets. Developers. Toilet developers. The Donald Sterling thing, I was talking about MCA. Adam Yauch died in 2012 on May 4th. May 4th is a big day. You know, Star Wars nerds know and Kent State grads know. But May 4th, 2014 was the day that the whole Donald Sterling thing blew up. And he kind of did his mea culpas and tried to hang on to the team. I don't think anybody was crying for him. He made a couple of $1 billion on selling that team. And a guy like Steve Ballmer could just write a check for that amount of money. But I remember Kareem Abdul-Jabbar, who has been a very vocal activist for decades. Very thoughtful guy. No slouch, obviously. And well, he probably does slouch a lot because he's so tall. Just walking into a room, there's probably some slouching going on.
More crouching than slouching.
Crouching than slouching.
Mm-hmm.
I remember at that
He's
time.
a man of integrity.
Yeah, he wrote a big, long thing. And the thing that jumped out at me that I thought was so funny is Kareem said, more white people believe in ghosts than racism. And
Go.
ghosts. So he's like, the Donald Sterling thing is not the amazing thing is that people think it's rare. It's not that this is, a weird thing. Of course this is what happened. People think it's a huge surprise that this guy, of course Kareem's dead on with that. More white people do believe in ghosts than racism. Yesterday was National Paranormal Day, by the way. I heard from a number of ghost hunting groups in Ohio. Some of them have been on the air with us over the years, and a number of them wanted to come back on National Paranormal Day, and I said, thank you, but no thank you. I'll respectfully decline.
Oh, come on. We got a chance to talk to our dead dads together in a room, and you won't let that happen.
I mean,
Alan can talk to his when he wants because he's got Alexa.
I don't have an Alexa.
Get an Alexa.
Why don't you get an Alexa?
It's like you don't even care about the show, Alan. You don't care about content. You don't care about reaching the other world.
This is your father speaking from the Alexa.
I don't even care. And that's fine. You know what? It's not for everybody. But it might be nice to talk to ghosts every now and then, is all I'm saying.
Well, that's what they wanted to talk to me about. Yesterday being... Now, I misread it. I thought it was National Paranorman Day. And I'm like, oh, what a cute movie that was.
It was a good movie.
What a fine time.
Oh, that was I forgot about that movie.
Yeah.
I actually don't know what that movie is.
It's like a...
Your bonus kid would probably love Paranorman. Yeah. It's like a Coraline type thing, the stop motion animation. Yeah.
The last stop motion thing we watched was that weird Mad God. Is that the name of it?
What's it called?
Mad God. I think you watched that.
Oh yeah, that's great.
That was weird.
Took him 30 years to make that
yes,
movie. Phil Tippett.
Yeah.
No, your boyfriend's daughter might like Coraline if she's never seen that.
She don't really like spooky stuff.
Oh yeah?
She gets scared pretty easily.
So the parents have their eyelids sewn shut. It's stop motion. It's for kids.
That's one of those things where, like, my kids were very freaked out by it, but they also loved it because it's like
Nightmare Before Christmas.
It's approachable spooky. Where it's
she likes Nightmare Before Christmas.
Yeah, so
like
if she likes that,
Weenie
it's in that same vein. Yeah, Frank and Weenie. What's the James and the Giant Peach isn't as far as that, but like it's still got some creepiness to it.
Loved that book when I was a kid, but I didn't see the film.
There's a meme going around about the book, the publishing company talking to Roald Dahl, and they're like, okay, so there seems to be a theme here where it's the big friendly giant, and then what's another one? And then they go through all his books, and they all have like something giant in it, and they're like, So this one's about a peach, and they're like, "Is it?" And he's like, "It's freaking huge."
Is it a
Yeah, but like,
giant
weren't people
peach?
clutching their pearls because Roald Dahl was like a huge anti-Semite too? Like back in the day,
Yeah.
all those guys were anti-Semites. I mean,
Yeah.
there's no way around it, but you're trying to cancel James and the Giant Peach. So yeah, I did respectfully decline yesterday those ghost hunting groups. Because when we've had them on over the years, more often than not, it's a lot of hokum and flim flam, and that's not even the problem. It's that it's I don't know. They kind of talk in circles, and we got enough of that around here. We can do that.
I'm just saying, if you want to connect to this.
Well, how did you celebrate National Paranormal Day yesterday?
I saw Evil Dead. I watched I don't know if that's paranormal, but they're
Yeah.
not alive.
Yeah, that's true. Ghosts.
Does paranormal just mean not
Demonic
alive?
spirits. No, it means kind of otherworldly, right?
Okay.
I mean, it has to be.
Well, that would be otherworldly. Brian got annoyed with me because every time we watch a scary movie now, I refer to whatever the demonic possession or thing is as the entity. So I'll be like, there's no motive from the entity. Or like something will click in the kitchen and I'll be like, oh, it's the entity.
Yeah, but some movies, like I just finished that movie From Black, and that's how the character is listed in the credits.
As the entity?
The entity.
Oh, really?
Because it's not like I am Asmodeus. Like they don't give it a demon name. They're just like they give it a wild look, but they just call it the entity. Nobody refers to it by name in the movie.
Yeah.
But in the credits, the entity.
That's funny, yeah.
Or the 80s movie with Barbara Hershey. Horror movies, for whatever reason, not all of them, but a lot of horror movies in the late 70s, early 80s involved rape. There was a common theme. The very first Evil Dead movie, that girl gets dragged into the woods and the vines go into her hoo-ha.
Brian was telling me
There
about
were a
that.
lot of these 70s movies where women were like raped by ghosts. There was like the Incubus was one, and there was the Entity, and I don't remember if the Changeling had something like that. Ghostbusters.
Yeah, Dan Aykroyd gets a beeger from a ghost.
I guess that was a reverse. Yeah, right. But he didn't look like he was complaining in that movie,
But
as I recall.
I don't think he gave consent.
There was no consent in Ghostbusters.
He's ghost busting though.
Where's Poundcake?
I'm here.
Oh, I heard somebody talking about ghosts. I wondered if you were thinking of me.
Ghostbusters and ghost busting, two different things.
Today's May the 4th, and I felt a disturbance in my pants. I don't even wear pants.
I was gonna say.
Ah, sucker.
Okay, joke's on me. What did you do yesterday?
You know what I did yesterday? I watched you.
Okay, but you do that every day. That's not anything.
I don't do that every day. What you think? I told you this before. You're not the only person I'm hanging around.
Okay.
I don't do it every day because you don't do it every day.
Not as of late. I've been having to save up. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I know what you mean. I still don't know what you mean.
Okay.
Save it up.
Well, he's waiting till he's romantic with his boyfriend, rather than blowing out all out
Bill,
by
you say it so
himself.
nasty.
Are you worried you're gonna run out? I don't get it.
I don't know.
You know you keep making it, right?
Yeah, but it's. I feel like it's better when you like anticipate it more. I don't know.
When you anticipate it, or when he anticipates it?
Both.
Oh boy.
I'm like I've been waiting and then.
Huh. All right. Well, listen. Whatever works for you. All right. You anticipating it? I didn't know that was a thing.
Yeah.
So you let it all build up. Well, that explains a couple things then, man.
Yeah.
Because I remember watching you one time. It must have been a long time. This is when you were younger.
Oh, okay. How
Oh
you?
my God! I thought somebody was gonna have to get a mop.
Oh yeah.
So you must have been waiting a long time.
You know what they say? Young and
Dumb
and
and full of
ambition.
ambition. That's not you, baby. I don't know what you're talking about.
I was then.
You were full of ambition. What happened?
I grew out of it. I was young.
You grew out of your ambition.
I was young and dumb.
Now you're saving up your spermies
Yes.
for your boyfriend?
Yeah.
All right, man. I'm just saying.
You haven't watched this not one time goes back. I feel kind of a way about that.
I'm not a group kind of guy. I'm more of a one-on-one.
You're not the type to just, float in the corner and watch what's going on with a bunch of people?
I've watched. You know I've watched.
Hey. And what do you think?
I'm not impressed.
Oh.
I like it more when you're sitting at the computer when you were younger. When we first met. Remember that? I was floating around the room.
Yeah, I noticed. Yeah, I do remember that, but I also brought it up to my mom because she asked about you.
What? That's your mom.
Well, you make a constant appearance on this show, so after a while she heard and she asked about it, and she said, I wasn't the only one that saw it. She saw you too, and so did my brother. Everyone saw you in that house.
Yeah, everybody's crazy in that house, I know. But I was only there to show myself to you. You were the only person I was focused on, you know that.
And I was focused on
It's not like I'm back at the house watching your mom, stupid.
I don't know what you're doing. I don't know what you're capable
I'm
of.
not watching your mom.
Okay.
I'm not doing that.
Well, I'm glad.
And I don't think I'm going to be watching you and the boyfriend anymore either. Hey, so, by the way, what did your mom think? Your mom heard me for the first time? Did she like what I'm all about, or
Not really. She was a bit confused
confused why?
because she was like, why is
She's
he?
a woman of science, and I exist beyond science. Is that why?
Well, not really.
She's
You're a
a
ghost.
pterodactyl. I don't think she's that scientific.
Your mom saw a pterodactyl? What? That can't be right.
Yeah, she did see a pterodactyl.
What? Is your mom 65 million years old?
No.
I mean, I'm not even that old, sucker. I've been around for a minute, but I ain't no 65 million years old.
If I saw a ghost, she would believe me. If I saw a bag, she would believe me. But seeing a ghost bag, she doesn't believe me.
That's just too much for her.
That's
right?
just too
A
much.
Ghost, yeah. Bag, yeah. Nobody could argue with that.
Yeah.
But seeing us put together, well, maybe I will show myself to her then. How about that?
Do it, and then she'll get off my back.
But your boyfriend will still be on it.
Yeah, but you wouldn't know because you don't watch.
Nah, I don't. I'm gonna take a break. I don't know. You're not the only one who's got to save it up. I didn't know if you were doing anything for a paranormal day yesterday. Doesn't sound like it. You gave up on your ambitions a long time ago.
Well, is hitting the pen and floating like a ghost count as like paranormal?
Yeah, same thing.
Okay, then yes.
Yeah. I got a couple friends who are nothing but vape smoke.
Okay, that's cool.
Yeah, we just hang out.
Yeah, I watched Monique's comedy special, and then that was it.
So when is so you're currently saving up for the boyfriend?
Mm-hmm. He comes
Yeah.
back tomorrow.
Well then tell me when and where to be, and I'll show up.
My house.
Your house. All right, I'll hide out then. He won't even know I'm there until I scream.
You're gonna scream when I scream, or scream when you scream?
Yeah, we'll time it out. All right, listen, I'll talk to you later on.
Yeah, bye.
Flood warning tomorrow.
You what?
Flood warning tomorrow.
Bill, is it?
Yeah.
Shut up, Bill.
All right. So the boyfriend comes back tomorrow
Yeah,
from being out of town.
out of state. Yeah.
Well, that's, yeah. All right. And will you welcome him at the airport?
No.
How will this work? It's
No.
harder to do these days, but you won't do
I'll
that.
be here, so he'll.
Oh, he's back when you're on the air.
Yeah.
Oh, so tomorrow you won't be able. Mary's out tomorrow, yeah?
Mm-hmm.
You won't be able to wait to get out of here tomorrow then.
Correct.
Oof.
Hey, I can't believe
Scott.
you. I can't believe
You
those-
thought he didn't listen to the show before, Bill.
I know, right?
Oh God, he's gonna be so distracted tomorrow. You thought what?
I can't believe people don't realize you could save up. Is that not a thing, or is that just me?
Like it's more if you don't do it for a while.
Yeah.
Well, I don't think.
True, probably,
No, I don't
right?
think people are unaware of that.
Well, that's
I'm
the
just
whole
not
point of,
sure
like,
why.
Blue balls or something like that. That's like a
Well,
thing.
when you're a kid,
Blue
yes,
balls is
because
something
you're.
you lie about to try and get a girl to finish you off.
But when you're a kid and you're just in the infancy of your sexual awakening, as an adult, you've done it a million times.
I understand that, but like say if I tossed off on a regular basis and then one day I just stopped and like waited like a month. That entire month is like build up, and I don't know. I feel like it makes.
I don't think it works that way.
It doesn't.
Because
I mean, if you're doing it like 3 times in a day, there's going to be diminishing returns. But I don't think it's going to be a thing where
It doesn't mess with your hormones or anything like that?
I don't think so.
Like
So then what makes it be more
I mean,
or
after
less?
after
I don't know.
think it's
I'm
psychosomatic.
Hydration, yeah.
I think it's I mean, after I had my vasectomy, I said to Dr. Berglund, I go, so if I'm still making stuff. It's just not mixing with the things that could knock my wife up. So where does it go? And he's like, just gets absorbed into the body.
Also, are you trying to like have like a
Yeah, he wants it to be like anti-aircraft fire.
Right.
He wants to shoot McBoyfriend across the room.
like
That's
like that scene in Scary Movie?
Oh.
Pin him to the ceiling.
yeah. He's hoping it'll be like a fire hose out there and it'll just shoot him across the room.
You get the drink from the fire hose.
I'm kind of mad because I was like holding out because I honestly thought that was a thing. Like
I mean, you'll be hornier because
Now,
you're
hold
I
on
was
a
gonna
say- Pent
second. This is according to ndtv.com. Long gaps between sexual intercourse can cause sperm buildup,
No, I know it can cause buildup, but I'm
increasing
saying,
sperm count.
but I'm saying, like, why
Yes,
does he
count
want
and-
so? Why does he want there to be so much? Sperm?
because I don't know. I feel.
What did you say? NDTV?
Yeah, I don't know what it is.
That's an Indian website.
I don't know.
Well, a lot of
about
those are-
that.
They got all
Doctors,
kinds of
so-
weird stuff happening in India.
Well, it's about hyperspermia.
Poison in the rivers and turning people into trees.
I don't know what
This is in the health section. There's also 3 things I can't read: India, global, movies, tech, food, lifestyle. Those-
Anyway, I'm not saying that that's not part of it. I'm just saying that I think sometimes it's probably psychosomatic too.
Yeah, honestly.
And that you wouldn't necessarily need to do that. I mean, if you were trying to, you're not trying to fill up a measuring cup. You're trying to have a good time. So I think for those purposes, it makes sense. You're like, hey, I'm not going to do anything till you get back, so it's great. We anticipate it. But like thinking that you're just like building up so you can blow it all out.
Yeah. I don't know what made me think that. No one ever told me that. It was not something I never asked about. It's just something I just believed. Like, oh, if I don't do this for a while, when I do it again, oh, it's gonna feel great. You're gonna, have a big one. Like that's just what I believed in my head. So I don't know if it's true, but I feel like in the moment I'm like, oh yeah, it's been 2 weeks.
I mean, if you're gonna wait 2 weeks, it's gonna feel better, like because that's a long time to go without it. But you don't have to probably go that long.
Some people, they don't want the person to get they don't want the first one to be too easy. So they'll take care of themselves before a big date.
No, that's not me.
So that
something about Mary.
So that it takes them a while. But you want to get it over with. You're putting on a show. The relationship's still new. You're still putting on a show.
Not really.
Are you breaking out all the tricks?
No, it's not. I don't care about finishing too fast or anything like that because I'll just wait 20 minutes and do it again. Like I'm cool with that. Like I'm not putting on a show.
Everyone that practices sodomy from the day of this message will get cancer in the butthole. It'll burn and burn and burn.
Are you worried about cancer of the butthole?
Pretty soon I might be.
This guy, pretty soon.
Why didn't you tell me that you were gay?
Oh, Peggy Scott. All right, I've got to take a break. I will have what for you coming back. Well, there's $1,000 at 4:30, that next keyword from the Buzzard bookie. Last couple of days to get in on this money. So every one of these counts. And if you want to go see the Mars Volta, they're back on the road after about a decade gone. So if you dig that band, I'll hook you up to see them. 35192 to text for anything else.
It's the Alan Cox Show. Everywhere on our free iHeartRadio app.